Hey, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, you can send me an email to the MikeWagnerShow@gmail.com, or you could also donate to the podcast. Just go to the Donate Listen site, and you can also donate whatever you like. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. For those who are interested, Anchor can give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. We got creation tools, allows you to record and edit podcasts so it sounds great, and they'll distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Google, many more. And you can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And we're here with a wonderful gentleman who's making a really big impact. He's with the group The Thirsty Curses and basically just covering just about everything possible. Punk, folk, country, progressive rock, 90s alternative, and more. And they had a debut release called Holy Moly, which produced a lot of great singles. They got a new one called All Shook Up. We're going to play one of the cuts in just a minute as well, too. And one of them I really like as well, too, which is kind of a dimlet as well, too. But live, ladies and gentlemen, from out there in the U.S. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's very thirsty. It's Wilson Getchell from The Thirsty Curses. Wilson, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Oh, fantastic. So you've been with The Thirsty Curses. You've got two albums out. The first debut is Holy Moly, and you also have a new one called All Shook Up. We're going to play one of the new songs off of that, and we'll also play one of your more popular tunes that's been on YouTube and streaming on live. And you just have an amazing background. And first of all, before we can get to all that, tell us how you got started.
Band formed pretty much at the beginning of 2017. I'd moved to Raleigh recently, and I kind of had a backlog of material. And I'd been moving around a lot over the last few years, and kind of wanted to put down roots somewhere. And ended up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and found a few guys to play some music with, and that's what we've been doing the last few years.
That's amazing, too. And what's that one moment influenced you into getting with The Thirsty Curses, or just getting into playing music overall?
Oh, I mean, as far as playing music overall, when I was a kid, I had an older brother who was really into music, I guess, just from a consumer standpoint, and he got me into a lot of rock and roll growing up, and it just kind of clicked with me. I don't know, maybe in middle school or high school, that I just, music meant everything to me. And so just kind of one thing led to another, picked up a lot of instruments, started writing songs, and that's basically where we ended up. And as far as forming the band, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I've just kind of, I write a lot of songs and had a backlog of material, and I've been kind of looking for a while to get in, and form sort of a long-term project. And so when I moved to Raleigh, I met, for example, our lead guitarist, Kelly Otwell, and we started collaborating and working and building the band up. And we've been at it I guess about 3 years.
That is amazing, too. You've been going at for quite some time as well, too. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up?
I mean, growing up, I was into stuff like the Beatles and Nirvana, and I guess I definitely listened to a lot of punk rock in high school. And, yeah, I mean, a lot of indie rock through the years. Just, I guess, some bands I've been listening to the last couple of years, like Bomb the Music Industry, Deer Tick, The Hold Steady. Those are some big influences, I suppose. Jeff Rosenstock. Yeah, just a lot as well, too. And we're also going to talk about your couple albums as well, too, and play a couple of tunes. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also, follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Wilson Getchell from the Thirsty Curses out of Raleigh, North Carolina, as we mentioned about here. Has a couple of albums called Holy Moly and All Shook Up. And here's one off one releases. Here's Dimla Cathedral right here on the Mike Wagner Show. Dimla Cathedral by Thirsty Curses on the Mike Wagner Show. I really happen to like the animation on that one. Tell us about that song and what inspired you to write it. There's actually sort of a breakup component to it. The song was, I don't know, it was good. A lot of it had to do, honestly, with a divorce that I was going through at the time. But it's sort of upbeat and tongue in cheek, dealing with some some sadder elements of life, but mixed with sort of a happy-go-lucky vibe. But yeah, I don't know. It was actually a song too that was co-written with myself and Kelly Outlaw, who's the lead guitarist in the band.
And of course, watching the Dimly Cathedral as well too, it makes you. I guess I could say almost like a Saturday morning cartoon. It's like I look at this, look like a Saturday morning cartoon, which is great.
Yeah, that music video I actually made. I cut up an old Soviet cartoon from the 70s that was from it was a show called the Bremen Town Musicians, but I kind of spliced it up and reorganized it for the purposes of the video.
Brandon Town Musicians. I've been a cartoon fan for a while, but I have to say I've never heard of it. Something.
Well, it's a Soviet cartoon.
Oh, Serbian cartoon. Okay.
Soviet, like the Soviet Union.
Oh, Soviet. Okay, got it. All right. Boy, do I need some coffee here, and I'm thirsty for one, but I got the thirsty curses. And of course, we'll talk about your next one as well, too, Coal Black Ink. We're going to play a track off of that, and you got nothing to worry about. I got a few minutes here, but first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also, follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Wilson Getchell from the Thirsty Curses here on the Mike Wagner Show, and here is a recently brand new release off their new album, All Shook Up. Here's Coal Black Ink right here on the Mike Wagner Show.
Statements of recent statistical fact. Sit in the back and I'll wait to react. And you call out my name, I say, hey, how's it been? Looks like you've been out by the corner again. I miss the dirty life, I miss the drugs and the fights, I miss the hold me up
Thirsty Curses, Cold Black Ink here on the Mike Wagner Show, one of the latest. And tell us about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Sure, yeah. That's actually, and one correction, it's actually our new album's self-titled, which is what it's off of, that came out just a few months ago. But yeah, I guess it's a song just about kind of longing for wilder days of excess. Sort of wrote it while I was, I guess, cleaning up a little, but sort of longing for days gone by of a more reckless youth, I suppose.
I think some of us go through that phase as well, too. And, something that just came up in my mind as well, too. How did you come up with the name Thirsty Curses? Tell us all about that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just a lot of our songs thematically are kind of about darker sides of life, albeit with sort of a winking nod of optimism in there. And, I just feel like the name sort of encapsulates sort of that duality of that, is along with just sort of being drawn to some things that are, maybe represent the darker side of life, but that are still appealing nonetheless.
And also, I had some singles as well too, like Stonewash 80 Jeans. You also had what was it? Red Mark as well too, and also just going to your website as well too, thirstycurses.com, and you also had on there as well too GDMNT, and you can also tell us about Neon Sign as well too, Slice of Paradise. You can just tell about some of the music, and also after you get through some of the songs describing them, how do you get your inspiration to write your music?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the songs just sort of come from personal experience and things that I'm going through at a given time. So some of them too are just sort of observations about contemporary society and things that we're all experiencing. God Don't Make that GDMNT song is an abbreviation for God Don't Make No Trash, which was a song that sort of I wrote when I was feeling lost a couple years ago, just in my personal life. I kind of hadn't was maybe sort of dealing with some consequences of just life and trying to figure things out, but it kind of has a hopeful refrain of God Don't Make No Trash, to just try to keep in mind a positive spin despite maybe being in darker times. Slice of Paradise is another song off the new record that's it's definitely got a more hopeful vibe to it. I guess it was at a period in my life where I was just entering into some new relationships and new experiences, and sort of out on my own for the first time in a while, and just kind of coming to grips with that and sort of trying to make sense of what was going on around me. I mean, I guess the well I draw from a lot, like I sort of said, is just personal experiences. Another song on the new album, Bruises on Your Shoulders, is a song, more or less about waking up one day and sort of feeling as though your life, as though you're a spectator in your own life, sort of not having control and just feeling like events are happening to you as opposed to that you're participating in events. So yeah, I mean, it's just I'd say thematically, it's just it's like existential issues is something that we draw a lot on, but we try not to be take ourselves too seriously at the same time. Try to have a little bit of humor alongside some more of these weighty subjects.
And I think that's an interesting point as well too. And do you have any other plans coming up for 2020 besides your new release?
Yeah, we're going to be doing some touring in the spring, predominantly in the Southeast. We'll be playing in Charleston, South Carolina, Atlanta, Birmingham, Nashville, Richmond, Virginia, sort of up around the southeastern corridor, maybe a little up north, hoping to hit up some of the northeastern states in the fall. So a lot of touring, and we're also working on new material. We try to be somewhat prolific. We I'd like to set the goal of putting out like an album a year. So, basically the plan for the rest of the year is perform a lot live throughout predominantly the East Coast, I suppose, and then also just working on new material and recording.
That is amazing, too. And, of course, just a few more things. We're here with Wilson Getchell from the Thirsty Curses. What do you consider the funniest moment you've had when you're on stage, recording, or any point in your career?
The funniest moment?
Correct, yes.
That's a good one. I guess there's been a couple times in my performing career where like where the guys running sound like at a venue maybe had done a little too much pre-gaming, and it was I guess it's just been funny in the idea of that the sound guy's been not the best at running the gear at a given moment. Just sort of ironic, I guess, given that's what they're there to do. I guess another time too, I dropped my guitar, flung off my body in the middle of a song.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, that was at that point I realized that I definitely needed some strap locks, which keep that thing in place. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It was sometimes when stuff like that happens, it's best to just laugh it off.
And I think that's all you can do at this point. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
It's hard to say definitely one, but I guess just I tend to be drawn towards bands that are built around good songwriting, both particularly with lyrics that tell stories. So I guess just the people I look up to, songwriters like Craig Finn of the Hold Steady, Jeff Rosenstock. The Beatles were huge in my early life. Just I just found them to be just such amazing songwriters, and so just I'd say without necessarily being able to nail down one person, just good songwriters across the board.
That is amazing as well too. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
When it comes to doing music and pursuing that, you just got to stick to it. And just also keep in mind that you're doing it because you love it. That's the most important thing, to just keep doing it because you enjoy it.
And I think that's a very good point as well too. And Wilson, just want to say a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having him again soon. And once again, Wilson Getchell from the Thirsty Curses here on the Mike Wagner Show. And Wilson, before we go, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people purchase and listen to your music?
Sure. Our music's available on all major music retailers and downloads, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all the streaming sites like that. We're also available at like major retailers, Walmart, things like that across the board. As far as our social media, we're on Facebook.com/ThirstyCurses, Twitter.com/ThirstyCurses, Instagram.com/thirsty_curses, and our website is www.thirstycurses.com. We got a bunch of stuff on YouTube and across all of the social media platforms. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to find us. If you type in Thirsty Curses into a search engine, you'll come back with us.
That is fantastic. Looking forward to having you on again soon, Wilson. Big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic, and keep us updated.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.